10 famous people who almost weren't born. 1. Celine Dion. Celine's mother didn't mean to get pregnant. She already had 13 children, so she went to see a Catholic priest. She asked whether an abortion would be acceptable. The priest said no. Celine was child number 14. 2. Steve Jobs. Steve's biological mother was Catholic. She got pregnant from her Muslim boyfriend. Her family didn't approve of the relationship, but she couldn't bring herself to abort the baby. Instead, she gave him up for adoption. 3. Justin Bieber. Justin's mother was only 17 when she got pregnant. She had suffered sexual abuse. Her family and doctors encouraged her to abort the baby, but as a pro-lifer, she refused. 4. John Lennon. John and Yoko weren't interested in having children. When she got pregnant, she chose to abort the baby. Yoko started making preparations for the procedure, but she told John the final decision would be his. Ultimately, he told her to keep the baby. Sean is John Lennon and Yoko Ono's only child. 5. Tim Tebow. Tebow is famously religious. This likely has to do with the way he came into this world. Tim's mother contracted a life-threatening disease. She fell into a coma when she was pregnant with him. The drugs she was taking affected her unborn child. Doctors recommended an abortion. They warned that the child would likely be stillborn. As a woman of faith, she refused. She carried baby Tim to term, and he was born healthy. 6. Cher. Cher's parents had a very tumultuous relationship. Her mother was married 8 times, twice to Cher's dad. Georgia Holt was only 19 years old when she got pregnant. Her showbiz career was only just beginning. Georgia felt she wasn't ready for a child. Her mother accompanied her to the abortion clinic, but when her name was called, she got cold feet. That's why we have Cher today. 7. Pope John Paul II. John Paul II was born Karlius of Wojtyła. His mother was a school teacher. This was her 3rd pregnancy. She just recovered from rheumatic fever. She was still suffering from its after effects. Her doctor advised her to abort. He said the fever could have damaged the baby's heart valves, but she chose to carry Karl to term. Sadly, she died from a heart attack when he was only 8. 8. Nick Cannon. Nick's mother was 17 when she found out she was pregnant. She felt she wasn't ready to be a mother, but Nick's father, James, is staunchly pro-life. He forbade her from terminating the pregnancy. Nick was raised by his paternal grandfather. In 2005, he released the anti-abortion anthem, Can I Live? 9. Stephen Curry. Steph's mother, Sonia, was on her way to the clinic. She wanted to have an abortion when God intervened. Sonia claims the Holy Spirit turned her away from the clinic.
God had a plan for that child. If I had gone through, there would have been no Wardell Stephen Curry II.
10. Andrea Bocelli. Bocelli's mother was told by her doctors to abort her son. She was hospitalized with appendicitis. The doctors had applied ice on her stomach. They warned that the baby would be born with a disability. Andrea Bocelli made a video of this story. He doesn't mention any names until the end when he says,
"But the young brave wife decided not to abort, and the child was born. That woman was my mother, and I was the child. Maybe I'm partisan, but I can say that it was the right choice."